Welcome to another action-packed adventure. Actually, we're going to save a little money today. We're going to show you the Roku, and these are also available on other streaming services and other streaming devices. I have an Apple TV device and a Roku Ultra here, and I'm going to show you on the Roku many of the apps you can get on all the Fire Sticks. Everything has most of these apps. We're going to show you how to save money. YouTube, first thing, the most popular app you can get. Everyone must have YouTube. More people watch YouTube than Spectrum, Live TV, Disney, all these guys, Netflix. More people watch YouTube than Netflix. Netflix is second, okay? But what can you get with YouTube? You get tons of content, tons. And it's free. And there's me getting my profile. You got a little ad in the beginning over here. Something about bikes. Some girl that's watching Star Wars for the first time. I thought that was interesting. How to make some Starbucks coffees at home. Disney stuff. Kevin Costner interview. The weather. I want my local weather. Drop basic cable. You want your news. You want your weather. Subscribe on YouTube. You just click on it. They give you little clips. That's Fox 13 in Tampa Bay. That's my local weather. Well, local weather. You want sports clips? What happened in the game last night? Give you a 10-minute sport clip. Somebody put it out there on YouTube. Everyone on the planet loves putting stuff on YouTube. Anything you can think of is probably on YouTube. Some jazz. You want to listen to jazz and watch this little coffee shop place? Somebody moving to the villages. More Starbucks. Just all sorts of stuff. The Acolyte, people are reviewing that for better or for worse. I'm enjoying it. I think it's good. There's all sorts of stuff. You need to see movies and TV. This is the biggie. And they have podcasts. Tulsa King, Paramount Plus. Try it now. Get an episode. See if you like it. Sylvester Stallone. The Tulsa King is by the Yellowstone creator, Taylor Sheridan. Excellent show. And that means Tulsa King's going to be an excellent show. Most of his stuff is on Paramount, although Yellowstone, they sold it to Peacock so that Peacock would have one hit show. And everyone's like, hey, Scott, no. I said, yeah, I said it. Peacock doesn't have a lot of hits. I mean, you could watch the Chicago Fire, Chicago Med on Peacock because it's NBC. But I'm talking streaming service stuff. Poker Face was excellent. I loved Poker Face. If you get Peacock for the Olympics, and they had deals out recently, I don't know if they're still around, but you get a whole year for like $19.95. You can't beat that because everyone wants to see the Olympics on Peacock. Problem I have with it is you go to YouTube, you see who won, you're done in 5 minutes. Today's generation now is fast, everything just instant information, but we'll see. And they're giving you different streaming services because they can get a cut. YouTube can get a cut. If they sell you on Max or Paramount Plus and you subscribe through YouTube service, they get a little cut. If you subscribe through your Roku player, they get a little cut. If you go to the website for Max, they keep all the money. And on the app, if you're on your iPhone, Apple gets a little cut from the app. That's how it works. But you see, you can get a lot of these things for rent. Try, rent. Some of them are available already on streaming services. That's on Netflix, but you have to pay with the ad-free version because this month we're doing Netflix with ads, and they wouldn't let me watch that. They said it was locked out. I was like, what? Nah. So every once in a while, rotate in the ads, out the ads, and you can stay happy with Netflix. No Netflix for a month. Just rotate it in and out. And saves you some money. You don't have to see this movie this month, but you can see it next month. See what I mean? Because it's there. You want to see Madam Web, which is not huge. It's locked out on Netflix, but most of the other stuff is there. There are just a few shows they say they've locked out, few movies. And for half the price, who cares? You get Netflix without the ads. You get it with the ads. You have two different prices, about half the price. Get some ads. Watch it just like watching cable. And then in the end, the next month you can get it or skip it and then get it with no ads. So, and you can watch all these movies. Okay, that was on Peacock to watch now, or you can rent it, buy or rent. YouTube lets you do that. You can watch these movies. They have ads. They're free with ads. Look at all these great movies, free on YouTube. All these great movies, free. Free, 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 not free. Well, is that the buy? That's a buy. Free with ads, the original Alien. All right. The big hit Star Trek film. Try now. Yeah, we'll try it. Michael Keaton's first outing as Batman, The Force Awakens. Look at all these great, you can just watch. YouTube's loaded with this stuff and it's free. Tablo is my device for recording from the antenna. We have an antenna and we record network shows. Although our guilty pleasure is Paramount Plus with Showtime, which means it does not have ads, so we get live channels, we get all the content, and we got to see A Gentleman in Moscow, which was a Showtime show, and when you get it with Showtime, you get the Showtime stuff, and it was excellent. And we're always watching CBS content, that's Paramount Plus, and CBS is the biggest network. We're always watching the Taylor Sheridan stuff. It's on Paramount Plus, except for Yellowstone, and we're waiting and waiting. Everyone's waiting for the final season of Yellowstone to pop up on Peacock, but it hadn't done it yet. And all the new Star Trek stuff's on Paramount. There's some good shows that they have, and for us, it's our guilty pleasure, and we just get it. And so I rarely record CBS on the antenna for the fact that I've got the CW to record, I've got PBS to record, I've got NBC, ABC. See what I mean? And it's a quad recording device, which means it can record 4 shows at once. So 4 is good. And having CBS out of the way, not getting in the way of recording, helps with that. More free stuff, the CW network. Got plenty of shows on CW network. Can't beat it. They've gotten rid of a lot of their Arrowverse shows, but they've still got Superman and Lois. They got Please, All American, Grimm, that was a good show. Z Nation. Firefly, excellent show from the Buffy the Vampire creator. He did that show. And you recognize this guy, he's the rookie on ABC. And all these great shows, and they're free. They just have ads. You don't have to pay for all this stuff. Roku channel is huge. If you have a Roku device, Roku channel has tons of free stuff. I believe you can get it on Fire TV. You just do a search. Now, Apple TV will not do it because they're competitors. You know, they got their box, they got their box, and at the moment they're not playing nice for sharing. Although you can get Apple TV on a Roku or a Fire TV and watch those great shows, but you have to pay for Apple TV. Heartland's a huge, huge hit. There's Home Improvement, Bones, Sue Thomas, FBI. Oh, I remember that, Mask of Zorro, Big Daddy, Old Henry. Look at all these great movies. The Roku channel has all this great stuff. More free stuff. If you have Amazon Prime shipping and you pay for that, you get Prime Video free. Yes, you do. Look for it, download it, put in your Amazon password. You get all this great content absolutely free, and it counts as a free service you can get. Oppenheimer. Oh, cool. You watch that, right? The Boys are on. Bosch Legacy is on. The Outlaws. Guilty pleasure. I've read about the Outlaws. People love the Outlaws, and we checked it out. I love The Outlaws. It's a British show, but it's so funny. I was like, why don't they cheat and make an American version so they could have The Outlaws in America on one of the networks? You know what I mean? Because that's what they did with Ghost. Ghost is an excellent British show, and it's fun to watch. And it was on Paramount Plus for a while, and the new American version of Ghost is great too, and it's on Paramount Plus. Monsieur Spade was an MGM Plus show, but since Amazon owns MGM, they finally put it on. We've been watching that. The Center Seat is a story of how Star Trek got created. Terminal List with Chris Pratt is an action-adventure show. The Expanse, a sci-fi show, one of the best sci-fi shows produced. And a lot of the critics of sci-fi, like Neil deGrasse Tyson, that's an astrophysicist that looks at sci-fi shows sometimes, are like, it wouldn't work that way really in space. They get a lot of that right, he said. He said The Expanse, they get how things would have to work in space to make it work. And it's a great show. It's action, adventure, always something going on. Peripheral, Mayfair Witches, Power, Addams Family Season 1, old classic show. Stargate, Samaritans, a movie with Sylvester Stallone. Most Dangerous Game I liked it. I thought it was a neat thriller. I mean, he's being hunted for money, and he's dying, and he wants to leave something for his wife, so he's got on a 24-hour hunt. Can't leave the city. It's part of the rules. Has to keep this phone with him. It's a neat adventure. Violent Night. We watched that. I thought it was cool. Die Hard 2. Yes, not Die Hard. Die Hard. Kevin Hart. We watched Die Hard 1. Haven't seen Die Hard 2 yet. Heard it's good. The Angels, Outlaws. They've got a lot of great. Oh, Gen V. It's the show. If you love The Boys, this is like, if The Boys was like the Avengers or the Justice League, these are like the Teen Titans. Okay? What kind of X-Men like? Mr. and Mrs. Smith was a neat thriller. It's not like the movie, okay? It's more the relationship of these two people that got married to be agents and work together on these things, and the problems that come in with being married and the problems with being new agents and learning a lot of the ropes and stuff, and chaos in their lives. Invincible is an excellent anime show. Outer Range. Reacher is a huge Amazon hit. Upload is a good hit. There's The Expanse again. The original Bosch. Wheel of Time is good. Omens is good. Citadel was pretty good. They spent tons of money on this. Tons. So it's worth watching. If you have Amazon, get that. The English was good. We love the English. Private Affairs. I believe it's Spanish or French. Spanish maybe, but they dub it. And it's a good show. She's like a detective. And I think her brother is part of the real detectives and police, and gives her a hard time for getting in the way of cases and stuff, but she's always helping solve it. So this is actually Road to a Million. It's like a game show. And look who they got for the host. And the joke was, he thought he was signing up for the new Bond movie. And he signed up for this game show, and he's like, oh, well, I like telling people what to do, so I'm enjoying it. So they can win $1 million. Jack Ryan is excellent. The Tick, a lot of people love that. Goliath is excellent. There's just so much stuff. Carnival Row, we love that. Paper Girls, I like Paper Girls. It wasn't a big budget show, but it was neat. And it only had one season, and you're like, oh, man. There's the original Die Hard. Got to check it out. Marlowe. Asteroid City, I just thought was weird. You know, I couldn't get into Asteroid City. Hannah's good. Hannah's a neat show. Oh, Green Day, cool. And we watched Shelter, that was good. Marvelous Mrs. Maisel is the best show on Amazon Prime. Absolutely the best. Won tons of Emmy Awards. constantly. They just dominated. And she's going to be the new Lois Lane in the Superman movie they're making right now. They said she just nailed it. She just walked in and nailed it. Consultant, journalist. I mean, they got tons of stuff. Free. We're talking free stuff. You're on the internet. You're paying for all these Disney. Some of you might be paying for this. Paramount, Hulu, Max, Netflix, Apple TV, which has good quality shows. Excellent. Yeah, if you haven't tried it out, get it. Watch For All Mankind. Watch some of these other shows. You're going to love Apple TV. To watch Ted Lasso. You've got to see Ted Lasso. Everyone's talking about, oh, this show about soccer. I don't like soccer. And you're like, you know what? You don't have to like soccer. They're going to give you a little bit of information about soccer while you watch the show that you'll figure it out. You don't need to know about soccer. It's more of a relationship with the players and everything. It's a neat show. You've got to check it out. It's like when I would say, get The Queen's Gambit. Watch the Netflix show The Queen's Gambit. Excellent, excellent show about the first female chess player that became a big hit. That was a fictional short story, but if you loved The Hustler, that book was written by the same guy that wrote The Queen's Gambit. It was his last book. And it's a neat story. It's not real. I mean, it wasn't based on a real person, but it's a neat story. And it takes place in the 50s, 60s, around that time period. And I think the best scene was when she goes to her first chess tournament, because she knows she's good at chess. She figured it out in an orphanage. And there's this chess tournament in town. And she goes, I can make $100. And back in the 60s, that's a lot of money. So she goes to register, and the boys are like, oh, we don't have a girls' league. And she just kind of gives them the eye, like, are you kidding me? Really? And you don't have a rating, so you have to start out as an amateur. She's like, how much is the prize? It's like $25, $50. She wants the $100. She goes, no. Is there a rule I can't enter? Well, no, but you'll get creamed. You'll get buried. And here's my money. I think it was $5, and she had to borrow the $5 to get into it. It was neat. I was like, oh yeah, that's the best scene in there. It was in like the second episode. First episode is more of the origin story, but you got to check it out. But Comet is just a TV channel you can get on an antenna, and you can get some of those shows free with the Comet app. Look for your favorite networks and things you're missing if you canceled cable. See if they have an app, and see if they'll let you watch it. Buffy's on. Buffy is live on Comet right now. Come on. You guys love Buffy? Tubi, free movies and TV, just made the Nielsen ratings equal with Disney Plus in viewers. Equal. Absolutely free. Just got to watch some commercials. Past my favorite, Pluto TV. And it's got tons of great stuff. Tons of stuff. You just have to watch the commercials. It's no big deal. Look at these great movies. These aren't fluff movies. These are good movies. Look at some of this great stuff. Even got a little Scooby-Doo, When Calls the Heart. My wife loves that. Hallmark, part of Hallmark. Good stuff. Speaking of Pluto TV, where are you, Pluto TV? You're around here somewhere. Here's my Pluto. I like Pluto TV. It has 2 or 3 Star Trek channels. It's just 24/7 Star Trek. You just turn it on, sit back, and veg. That's what's so great. Not now, we're not signing up because I'm signed up on my Apple TV. Pittsburgh Today, live on CBS News. I want my live news where they got some big cities with some live stuff, okay? And they'll be back, so we don't care about that. Favorites, Pluto Action has Bad Boys 2, some kind of exploration of the planet. There's a cat channel, Nico. We have Black Cat here. Sci-Fi has some Twilight Zone episodes. Excellent. Heat movie, yeah. Soul Man. Reno 911, very funny show. Love it. Movie Channel, Boeing. some Doctor Who classics, Addams Family Channel, BET, food. There's just tons of stuff. Tons of stuff. Movies, Black Collective, comedy, classic TV, sci-fi, drama, true crime, reality, competition reality, entertainment, Paramount Plus picks. Oh, by the way, Paramount Plus owns this free service, and it makes more money than Paramount Plus with all those ads. Yeah, you're wondering about all these ads and whether they're worth it. And shows daytime news. See, news. Watch some news. Miami, New York, Los Angeles, Chicago. Come on. CNN headlines. Sports. NFL Red Zone. See what's going on with the NFL Red Zone. Fox Sports. Some NBC Sports. I mean, you know, you guys are on sports. Everyone's on sports. You know, get this free stuff and veg out like you would with cable. It's easy, easy peasy. Let's see. Okay, the others to get, Freevee. It's Amazon owned. It's a free service too. Movies, TV. Need some weather? Fox Weather. Get a weather app. I like Fox Weather. Oh no, put in your zip code. No, we're not doing that. It's on my Apple TV already. I haven't done it here. ABC app. You can see a lot of shows a week later if you can wait and watch them free. A lot of stuff. And they've started to turn into a free service to compete with Pluto and Tubi. But a lot of people just don't know it. But they've got all this stuff. News, there's some news, a lot of ABC content, different cities, different shows. Reno 911 from 5:30. A lot of these shows you can see about a week or so out. Just watch it on demand. ABC app, get the ABC app. And you want ABC content? Watch it a little week late. See what they got. Free. This is my favorite little news thing. It gives you some locals. You put it in your settings. And you can get locals. There's Spring Hill, Florida. Got this tropical disturbance. We're getting some rain soon, or probably right now. Fox, Tampa. Tampa's local for us. And I can watch all these news stories. And you can go in settings, live, there's weather, stuff about the war, Russia and Ukraine. Look at all these CNN, Scripps, Bloomberg, entertainment, ABC News, Buzz 60, International, Popular, News Nation, Fox 5, ABC News, some technology, editor picks, just all sorts of stuff. There's the settings. Set your local, configure my headlights. You can pick stuff you want to see. Premium, you can get premium and no ads. Location, set your location. Configure my headlines. What have I got? Current events, yes, I want that. Business and finance, I don't want that. I didn't put a star by it. You go to the next thing. Pick some networks you like. Now I'd pick these, this should be my thing. There's CNN, there's CNET, there's my Fox, there we go. See, we picked a few things. This is actually my wife's setup. That's why it's on my Apple TV, but it's not listed on hers. Tampa Bay weather, just one of the news stations. You want news, sports, little listings. Most of your news stations have their own apps. You just get the app and watch what's been going on in the world. Easy. Get you a music service. Play your music. You got Spotify? Really? Use the Spotify app on your TV. You got a big sound bar? What do you think it'll sound good like, huh? We're loading. Oh, yeah, we haven't used it on the Roku in a long time. I've been using it There's a Roku in the kitchen. We use it on all the time, getting food ready, just kind of play it in the background, real soft. And I have it on my Apple TV if I do play it in the living room. But usually we were watching TV in the living room. I'm listening. Hello. This is Coldplay, Morning Walk. They have great playlists. That's what makes Spotify just so great. Morning Walk mix. Let's see what they got. Walk the Moon, Meghan Trainor, Hoser, Lizzo, Jonas Brothers, Katie Tunzel, Simon and Garfunkel. It's just a mix of everything. There's some Ed Sheeran, Sabrina Carpenter, ABBA, Miley Cyrus, Beyonce, Country Girl, Tina Turner. It's got a mix of everything on that playlist. So Spotify's a great service if you want to pay. If you don't, if you got Amazon, iHeartRadio is free. Pandora is free. Everyone had Pandora back in the day. Just have some ads. It's neat. Vivo, music videos, free. Free. Okay? Red Bull, you want some sports, some crazy sports, stuff you don't see every day? Red Bull TV is the way to go. I'm always finding some weird stuff. What are we watching? What's that guy going to do? We got someone running, bikes, adventure, looks like an ice, motor surfing, skateboarding, winter, dance, gaming, music, action reel. There's always something going on Red Bull TV. I like it as a free sports service. Absolutely. Well, I can't get my sports. Well, you know what? Look for the highlights on YouTube. Watch a little Red Bull TV in between. You got Paramount has your CBS. You get it with Showtime, you get more live channels. You might get one or two little live things, maybe a little bit of sports on the regular one with ads. But without the ads, you get more. You get the Showtime, you get more live channels, more sports. And yes, sports have ads. You can't get around it, okay? You don't get around that. Same thing with Peacock. You get the premium, you get NBC stuff, and you're going to get more sports content that's on NBC. Apple currently is still ad-free. I'm sure it'll change one day, but they're the last big holdout. So if you want to save money, you get it with some ads. Max, definitely cheaper with ads, but it might have a drawback, you know. But next time, get it, if you do find a drawback with the ads, get it with no ads in a month or two. After you skip, usually I skip 2 months on everything. Hulu is mal-merged with Disney Plus for the most part. You can get it separate. A lot of people like the Disney Plus Hulu combination deal with ads to save money, and you got a great service. You get the full thing. Europe has had this forever. Kind of they had called it Star instead of Hulu. But they've been mixed forever, and the reviewers are like, you Americans don't know what you're missing. This is just a great service with Hulu mixed in. You got so many options. And right now we've got Disney Plus. We've got it with Hulu. And it's just loading up so fast, so fast. It makes my head spin. There it is. Let's see what they're pushing. National Geographic, Marvel, there's Star Wars, National Geographic, Doctor Who, Clipped, new show, Cult Massacre, oh no, Bratz, a documentary, Inside Out, getting you ready for Inside Out 2, of course, Pride Collection, The Bear, excellent show, it's on Hulu, excellent show, won a bunch of Emmys. Kourtney Kardashians, that's what all the ladies watch, Kardashians. They don't support the WNBA back in the day, but they'll watch the Kardashians, yeah. And Simpsons, everyone watches Simpsons. But you see, you can go to Marvel content, all this great stuff. We're liking Renegade Nell, it's kind of fun. All this great content, because now it's got Hulu mixed in with it. Got your Marvel, legacy stuff. Your childhood is here on Disney. The stuff you went to the movie theater with and ate popcorn is probably here. unless they pulled it off. Everyone's pulling stuff off their platforms because it costs money to have it on the platforms, and they're not making any money. So now they added the ads to make some money, and they're pulling stuff out and putting it back on or selling it to someone else. And that is going to be constant. What is old is new again? Constant. Okay, get used to that. There's your Hulu content. There's the bear. There's Only Murders in the Building, 911, Kardashians. Welcome to Wrexham. Independence Day, great movie, just added. Cool. Pirates. So get some of these free services. Save you some money. You don't need all the pay services all the time. Watch the stuff you used to watch like you were watching cable. You don't get YouTube TV. I mean, just get it. Have a good day.